Welcome back to Daily Drives, your go-to place for in-depth motorcycle reviews, two-wheeler news, and everything related to the biking world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss any of our uploads. Today, we've got something really exciting lined up: a full, deep dive into the brand new Honda CB350 2026 model. This isn't just a review, we're breaking it all down in design, performance, features, comparison, pricing, and whether or not it's worth your money. So, settle in, because we're going all in. Now, Honda has been dominating the classic retro modern segment for a while with its CB series, and the 2026 version of the CB350 is a clear testament to that commitment. This model carries forward the legacy of Honda's classic styling, while still packing in a lot of modern tech under the hood. And let's be honest, the first thing that grabs your attention is the styling. The CB350 2026 keeps the timeless retro look alive. You get a round LED headlamp with chrome finishing, old-school indicators, and that beautiful teardrop fuel tank that screams vintage, but in a very refined way. Honda has played it smart by not making any drastic changes visually, but if you look closer, there are subtle refinements. The paint quality is top-notch, the fit and finish feel even more premium than before, and the color schemes this year, especially the new dual-tone options, are really something else. Underneath that classy exterior, you get a 348.3cc, single-cylinder, air-cooled engine. It's BS7 compliant, making it future-ready, and Honda has tuned it for even smoother power delivery this year. It produces around 21 bhp and 30 Nm of torque, which is quite healthy for its category. But numbers aside, what really stands out is how refined this engine feels. Whether you're cruising at 40 km/h or pushing it past 90, the CB350 remains butter smooth. Vibrations are almost non-existent, and the throttle response feels sharp yet predictable. One thing that definitely helps here is the new slipper clutch, which not only makes gear shifts lighter but also enhances safety during aggressive downshifting. Now let's talk about the gearbox. It still gets a 5-speed unit, and while some might argue that a 6th gear could help on highways, the gearing is tuned well enough that you never really feel like it's missing. That said, for riders who do long-distance touring often, a 6th gear would have been the icing on the cake. The gear ratios are spaced well, offering enough torque at lower RPMs for city commuting and sufficient top-end grunt for highway cruising. Moving on to the chassis and suspension, the frame remains largely unchanged. It's still the same half-duplex cradle frame that provides good rigidity. The suspension setup consists of telescopic forks up front and twin shock absorbers at the rear. Honda claims to have made minor tweaks to the damping, and we definitely noticed an improvement in ride comfort. Whether you're riding over potholes or uneven rural roads, the CB350 soaks up most of the bumps gracefully. It's not too soft to compromise handling, nor too stiff to make it uncomfortable. Speaking of handling, the CB350 2026 maintains a good balance between comfort and sportiness. It's not meant for aggressive corner carving, but it holds its line well and feels stable at high speeds. The wider handlebar provides good leverage, and the turning radius is surprisingly tight for a bike this size, making it great for urban riding. The seat height is at 800 mm, which makes it accessible for most riders, and the seat itself is wide and well cushioned. Long rides won't be an issue, and pillion comfort has also been given importance. There's a grab rail at the back, and the seat padding for the pillion is decent, though not overly plush. Let's touch on the electronics now, because that's where Honda has made some serious upgrades this year. The new CB350 gets Honda's updated HSTC system. That's Honda Selectable Torque Control, which acts like traction control. It's a neat addition, especially for new riders or those riding in rainy conditions. You also get dual-channel ABS as standard, and this time, Honda has introduced ride modes as well. There are 3 modes: standard, rain, and sport. Each mode slightly adjusts the throttle mapping and traction control sensitivity, giving you a more tailored riding experience. Sport mode in particular makes the throttle feel snappier, while rain mode dulls the response for better control. Another big update is the instrument cluster. Gone is the semi-digital unit of the past. Now you get a full-color TFT display that's bright, crisp, and packed with features. It shows everything from real-time mileage, trip info, gear position, and battery voltage, to turn-by-turn navigation when paired with your smartphone via Bluetooth. Yep, the CB350 2026 now supports full smartphone connectivity using Honda's Road Sync app. You can take calls, control music, and even get notifications, all with simple controls mounted on the handlebar. It's a nice blend of retro and modern without going overboard. Let's not forget the braking department. The front gets a 310mm disc with a Nissan caliper, while the rear sports a 240mm disc. Braking performance is sharp and confidence-inspiring. The lever feedback is good, and the ABS kicks in smoothly without being too intrusive. Whether you're in city traffic or braking hard on the highway, the setup works really well. And when it comes to tires, the CB350 rides on 19-inch front and 18-inch rear alloy wheels wrapped in MRF Zapper tires. They offer decent grip in dry and wet conditions, though some riders might still prefer upgrading to stickier rubber, especially for cornering confidence. Now, when it comes to fuel efficiency, the CB350 2026 manages to strike a good balance. On our test run, we got around 35 to 38 km per liter in mixed riding conditions. On longer highway stretches with a relaxed throttle, it even touched 40 km/L, which is impressive for a 350cc bike. With a 15-liter fuel tank, that gives you a solid range of over 500 km on a single fill-up, making it quite suitable for touring as well. Another area where Honda has really focused this year is build quality. Everything from the switchgear to the tank panels to the exhaust finish feels durable and premium. There are no rattles or loose parts. The paint finish is glossy and deep, and the chromed out parts don't look cheap. It really feels like a well-engineered product built to last. And speaking of touring, Honda now offers a host of official accessories for the CB350 2026. You can get a tall windscreen, saddle stays, panniers, engine guard, and even a center stand, all as part of optional touring kits. These aren't just cosmetic add-ons, they're practical and built specifically for the CB350, so the fitment is spot on. Now let's get into pricing and variants. The CB350 2026 comes in two primary variants of the DLX and DLX Pro. The base DLX variant gives you most of the essentials, but if you want the color TFT, Bluetooth connectivity, and ride modes, you'll need to go for the DLX Pro. Pricing starts at around a superscript 12.15 lakhs ex showroom and goes up to a superscript 12.30 lakhs for the fully loaded variant. Yes, it's slightly on the higher side compared to rivals like the Royal Enfield Classic 350 or the Jawa 42, but Honda justifies the premium with refinement, tech, and reliability. And that brings us to the most important question: should you buy the Honda CB350 2026? The answer really depends on what you're looking for. If you want a retro modern motorcycle that looks classic but offers modern features, if you value refinement over raw aggression, and if you're someone who plans to keep a bike long-term without frequent issues, then yes, the CB350 2026 is an excellent choice. It's not the most powerful or the most aggressive in its segment, but it offers a well-rounded, mature experience that very few bikes in this category can match. It's perfect for daily commutes, occasional weekend rides, and even longer road trips if you equip it right. For riders considering their first premium motorcycle, the CB350 is a very safe bet. The low-end torque makes it easy to ride in traffic, and the lightweight clutch and manageable seat height add to the ease of use. At the same time, experienced riders will appreciate the finesse and solid highway manners. You don't feel like you are missing out on anything essential, and the new ride modes add a layer of versatility that really enhances the overall experience. Of course, there are a few things Honda could still improve. A sixth gear would be a welcome addition for those who spend a lot of time on highways. Some might want slightly more aggressive styling or a louder exhaust note. And while the Bluetooth system is functional, the Road Sync app still has room for improvement in terms of UI and reliability. But overall, These are minor nitpicks in an otherwise stellar package. Alright folks, that wraps up our deep dive into the Honda CB350 2026. We hope this helped you get a clearer picture of what this bike is all about. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments and we'll be sure to answer them. Don't forget to like this video if you found it useful, and share it with your fellow riders who might be eyeing this bike. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on now, what are you waiting for? Hit that button and become part of the Daily Drives community. We've got tons more bike content lined up just for you. Ride safe, and see you in the next one.